The heck is supposed to this go?
Well, guys, welcome back to another Monster Mayhem. You ready for some mayhem?
Probably. Actually, that's a good question. I don't know. No. Okay. It's trying. Okay, there it goes. All right, I think I got it in there for you. Let me know if I got that correct.
Looks good to me. Now, I should be able to click edit and then copy image and then put in 5th stage. Yeah.
Thank you, folks. We are back.
Back in action.
All right. Let's get my current song running so I can just be jamming the whole time. Maximum effort. All right, cool. Welcome back home, folks. Let's get you on that map. Or not. Thanks, game. Ooh, he needs to be a little bit bigger. There we go. You guys touched down. Welcome back home. Some people are waiting for you.
Ah. You haven't been here in feels like ages. But it's only been like 3 weeks.
About a month.
Susie will go up to everybody and be like, it's good to be back, even though I was just back like yesterday. But we're back finally, for sure this time. Thank you so much for the ride down. It has been a pleasure. Susie sees the alchemist, and she just like kind of starts grinning. It's like as she was doing her goodbyes. These wait, are you guys here with us? Are you guys gonna stay for a bit?
What do you mean?
Well, the Paladin of Redeemery would probably want to visit the Nareem Temple, right?
Yeah, well, that's what he's here for.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the alchemist told you he'd meet you at the menagerie.
Yeah, that's why she got a little kerfuffled in the little when she was talking to the people that were coming in to say hi. She just kind of looked at the alchemist and was like, "Ooh, let's go over here."
Ah, yes, you.
Good day, Sensei, Master. What should I call you?
Teacher or
Teacher.
mentor is fine.
Mentor. Again, my name is Susie, and welcome to my home. Did you just get here?
Yes, it was a great adventure to descend all of the different planes on the way down. I grabbed some delicious ingredients and some delicious food from all the pit stops I had to make.
That's lovely. I can't wait to get started.
Potato tosses you a little cylinder.
Ooh, yes. She grab
It
it
is
with the
actually
spoon.
hot. It's temperature hot. Like
Yeah. She
hot,
grabs it with
hot.
the spoon,
Whew.
and then
Oh, you just good equipment. Good. That is red dune sand.
red dune
Not
sand.
from here, but from his plane.
I see.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Let me get a good look at you.
Susie will start, moving around. There's a little twirl with her dress.
All right. Seems all right. Yes.
I have a ring that I use as an alchemy lab. If you'd like to come in and check it out.
Yes. We shall. We will need to take a peek. And you just bloop. He's like, kind of skitters around, checks all your stuff, and he just starts filling your shelves with some of the strangest stuff.
Excellent.
You don't have any of this? Why wouldn't you not have this? You said, this can replace 4 different ingredients that you would normally have to use to get the same effect, and it's twice as potent and
Excellent.
easier to use. It's not safe to use, but it's easier to use.
She'll look at what he's doing right now. Like
He is skittering sideways across your shelves, just like you would peruse your selection, and he is just pulling stuff out of dimensional bags and just stocking your shelves with just constant stream of just random stuff.
I was wondering.
Now you are stocked and ready to do actual alchemy.
Why, thank you.
Yes. This is a good place, but you're missing some very important machinery. And he just starts filling your alchemy place with different devices. Like there's a vacuum compressor. He's just like,
this would be a good time to talk about the trade alchemy complex level 2 I bought. I bet this would go in handy with it.
You can build your own alchemy equipment.
Okay. Okay. How does that affect the other parts of the Nexus?
Also connects to all the other stuff. It may not connect as well, but you can utilize all your other knowledges that are connected from the Nexus to help you build better alchemy equipment. Sometimes the one you got, they'd work, but there's so much effort to reconfigure them to do a single experiment. Why not have a device you only use for that one thing?
Yeah, gotcha.
Good. Oh, you have a specimen hood. Good. You don't want to have spills or fumes going everywhere. Or booms! I smell Ethereum. You can't hide it from me.
I do. I have a large vat of it. I shall show over the Ethereum and the purified Ethereum as well.
He takes out a needle, pokes the top of the stuff, puts it on his tongue. That's a good thing. Unrefined. Oh, what's this?
That's refined.
Oh, that's refined. You are going somewhere.
Oh, that's the plan. I do have a title quest after all.
What? Spell it out for me.
Susie will do a system thing and present the title quest in front of him. And the title quest is, as I open up my journal, Alchemy of the Divine. Distill divine grade magic of with 100 degrees within 1 turn was kind of what happens. That doesn't really say it like that. We need to get Ethereum and refine it. Successfully crafts 5 divine grade potions. Need to make an elixir, which she shows the bottle for. That I already have one. I have the casing, but I still need to do the rest of it. And we need to find a way to use the impurities of what I got from the pure purified Ethereum.
All right. He will pull down a huge tome. Flip it open. Peruse through these 12 pages. These are elixir formulas. Pick one. We will make it!
Okay.
And while you're kind of thinking over kind of what you're wanting to do or what it to be, we will hop to the others.
Perfect.
Beatsley. Sword. Sword. You have your sword.
Yeah. I do.
Nah.
I want to look at Redeemery. I want to look at Harrock and look at Ghosts and look at Aimless. Look at Ashenfur. And I'll look back to the other three. Like, welcome to the Lost Menagerie. If you would like, I will show you around.
I would love that. Yeah. This is pretty secure. It was a hell of a handbasket getting in here.
Yeah. We try to make it hard. We had some priests early on in our dungeon wanting to come and, destroy the dungeon and try to claim the temple of
Nareem? Yeah.
Yeah,
You can feel
Nareem
it.
on their own.
Nareem, part of the very sophisticated illusion array for us, so we could walk in without getting lost for I don't know, all time.
That was kind of the point. Yeah.
All right. I would love a tour. Yeah. If that's all right.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Just remember to follow my footsteps.
Oh gosh, traps.
Traps.
I suppose that's a necessary feature for home defense.
Exactly.
It's a little complicated. Do you guys sometimes activate your own traps by accident?
Oh no! We usually use the cobalt tunnels. But
yeah, you're treating them fairly, right? You're not using them as a slave labor force against their will.
I mean, they willingly follow. I'm gonna point to Phil.
Bunch of kobolds run out. The great, powerful Phil is back! Praise Phil! And they just shower him with gifts of rare metals and rocks. And he's like, does head pats, head scritches. Good. And he just kind of he starts eating. And he's like, they have a dragon they worship. I forgot.
Yep. I was like,
they are still just coming out of the burrow's constant stream of just bringing him offerings.
And I'm like, honestly, we need to tell them to stop having sex if they're this many, though.
Well, that's what kobolds do.
Yeah. Anyways, follow us.
Of course. Asherfur.
Mm-hmm.
You're back.
Yep.
Tornado Spirit followed you.
Yep. That was the deal. And pats the tornado spirit on the shoulder. Welcome to your new home. You said you wanted to be in a desert with lots of wide open areas.
Yeah, so I can just go wild.
Yep.
Whoosh!
Just don't whoosh up all our plants here. They're pretty.
I'm gonna go up top, and it's gonna flow up top and just start dancing on top of your home, kicking up all sorts of sand and dust.
And now we have a near perpetual obscuring storm combined with an illusion.
Yeah. It's gonna move him up here. He's gonna be dancing up on that cliff. It looks like those guards that you spared during the first, they're still here. Looks like they're on break.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of digging equipment and farming equipment. Looks like they restored the garden.
Yeah. I'm gonna wave at them like, you guys doing well?
Yeah. It's actually pretty good work. Sir Gall decided to give us a place to stay. We're treated pretty well. We get paid like 10 times more than we normally get from our previous job. So, yeah. and more often too.
Yeah.
And we do tasks, just normal chores, normal labors, physical stuff. We're pretty good at it.
Good.
And we felt bad about the garden, so we put it back together, or as best we could. Unfortunately, the Zorps came back. We can't get the Zorps out.
Oh, don't worry about the Zorps. They're native.
You see at least a couple dozen poke their heads out, looking over the edge. Zorp! 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 Yeah, look at that. They came back in force, and those sun beetles are there, and yeah.
And the cactus pups.
And the cactus pups, and the gecko archers are everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yes. Smarty Pants and Company. This is the Paladin Redeeming. Great Grand Knight Harrowhawk, Ghost, and Imus.
They all get up and they give a salute. Pleasure to have you, sir. Welcome to the Lost Menagerie. And he's like, are you guys trapped here? Not really. We can leave. But we'll have to go back to soldiering. And I'm done with soldiering. If I can work here and earn enough money to put away, I can retire early and not have to worry about money for the rest of my life. So, and yeah, no, this is pretty good. Huh. Okay then.
I thought that would be better.
Yeah, and they're finishing eating their food, and they get back up and take their shovels and picks and the big hoe that they got, and one of them pulls over a tarp, and there's a bunch of cactuses in pots. And they each take a cactus, and they're going to go plant it.
And yeah, showing through the menagerie. Introduce him to Lord Ghoul.
Yep, let's get him in. Let's get you inside. Ash, what you up to?
Ash is following, or he's dancing around and hurrying inside because he wants to see his new room that was set up.
It's just a big open space. That's it.
It shouldn't be. Remember, I sent all the stuff to Gaul. He was setting it up for me.
It's just a copy of that room.
Yeah.
Connected with all sorts of extra stuff.
Yeah,
I haven't put it in manually. I was going to let you, once you see the map, kind of tell me where you wanted it. Or I can put it on a different floor.
Well, keep in mind the upgrade that makes it there but not there.
Right, but I'm talking about kind of where you want it on the map, so I can put it in. So
fair.
And then, of course, Indrid flies their boat into the cave.
Yeah, did you ever get to see what the it looked like? All the rooms and stuff?
Yeah, I saw it when I first joined in. I had session 0 with Blatt to go over it all. So I knew that deciding where my room finally ended up would be a group discussion thing.
Yep. At this point, Phil is now buried in offerings.
Come in, wave at Nimi.
Does a little burp dance up and down. Burp, 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 burp.
Come in, bow to Lord Ghoul.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope your trip was well. I've only heard good things so far.
It was well. Though I must leave soon again.
As the nature of things. But while you're here, rest, recover, be welcome.
Lord Ghoul, this is Paladin Redeemer, Grand Knight Harrowhawk, Einless, and Ghost.
Oh, yes. Mr. Redeemery. It seems Nareem's hold on you is quite deep and profound. You suffer truly? I try to. I'm unfortunately just mortal, so I know I'm not perfect. Well, you've sold me, Mr. Redeemery. That type of humbleness is, I can see why Nareem picked you. Kind of scratches his head. Thanks? Oh, the mighty Harrowhawk. I've met your ancestors. They were fierce, if I remember correctly. That's your grandfather's armor? Yes. How did you know? There was a bit of a scuffle, a skirmish in the desert for territory and resources for against your clan. I think it was 200 years ago. It was a while. Something about securing the mountains in the area on the periphery of the desert for a forward outpost and potentially a new roost. Oh, yeah, that did not go well, at least by our records. No. It was a little too close to for the Pharaoh's liking, so he brought sandstorms. I don't think they've actually left yet. Something about blocking his view, not wanting to listen to the calls of birds. For that petty reason? Yeah. I have not met you, Miss Ghost. And of course, Einless, welcome to the family. And he will float over a huge scroll. Like, we're talking 5 feet long and a foot thick. That is my gift for you. Mummy magic, curses, so that you can better protect my son. Thank you. Yes. And there's a big strap.
That was awesome.
And then they put this massive fucking scroll on their back. Oh yes, I am preparing for what's to come. So I spoke with the Pharaoh, and he permitted me to share our magical secrets, but only in family. And since you've made the permanent bond, you are family. It's feel free to show them around.
This is the plan.
Sand Knight kind of swatches them suspiciously, and then Pixis is like, kind of runs between everyone's legs, jumps up back on the Lord Gaul's lap, spins around, sends sparkles and rainbow dust everywhere. Everyone feels refreshed.
Yeah. And I'll lead them this way.
Yeah. Ashfur, you want to go with?
Yeah, I'll follow along.
Ah, this map.
You guys built it. I just filled it in.
And just slowly move through the rooms.
It's like, this does feel quite literally, like a dungeon. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Not Hot, the one kobold who just dodged every one of the paladin's pulse waves. He runs over like, Fire Not Hot!
Fire Not Hot. Uh
By the way, Susie is putting 10 Mercuria into her dungeon defense spell, and this door has a skull and crossbones level of difficulty now.
Oh. Okay, fuck. There's All right.
Moon dial doors is what they're called.
What's the gimmick on that sucker?
Probably just when the dungeon's activated, there's a time limit of how long the door is closed for.
Well, yeah.
So for the first one, you have to stay in this room for a certain amount of time. I don't know what you would like the skull and crossbone to do for it. Maybe.
I mean, you could have a lockout attempt. Like the moment the time barrier falls, there's a puzzle lock, and if they fail enough times, terrible shit happens.
Well,
or I think, every time they fail, you guys get buffs permanently while they're in there.
That's a good one too. My next thought is that maybe for the next skull and crossbone, once they're opened, if you go backwards to them, it's the same effect. So it stops people from escaping as quickly as they'd like to.
Oh. We're not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with us.
Yes.
And the second door is going to be right here. Onto the philosophy pits.
The first one or the treasury door?
You know what? Let's make it the treasure door.
Okay.
But don't forget, this door did have a gimmick on it already.
Yeah, now it's a double gimmick.
I'm like, so this is our secondary room. You guys can look around if you'd like. I'm always looking to see what people would think. What people think of it. Always to improve it.
Mindless is like, I'm gonna have to work on magic golem construction. Disposable minions that respawn themselves if you throw enough mana at them.
That's a good idea.
If I can get enough aether crystals, I can give them mana shields, mana cannons. Reinforce them with aether so they don't just immediately die to powerful fighter. I could also put a curse on them. So if you destroy them, you stack a small little curse over time.
And I'm like, so what do you think the gimmick of this room is, though?
You gotta go in each room for a thing. Each room has its own weird thing. Get the stuff. Go to the big door.
Yep.
I've been in a lot of dungeons. What's up, Ash?
No. Now I was thinking to myself, I've got to get Phil to dig a new room so I can make the sword garden.
Well, he does like digging.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Not Hot reporting for duty.
Are not hot. We are going to the Temple of Marine.
Best take the goblin tunnels.
And that's fair. All right, guys.
Gulper
Time for
has
some squeezing.
yeah. Gulper has sneezing fits right now. He's got allergies, so fire go everywhere. But fire not hot for me.
All right.
He's the only one who can go into Gulper's room right now and help him clean up.
Like is God, oh my god, I can't remember how to say that word. Heimstall? Doing fine. Yeah.
Yep. He's sleeping.
All right.
We gave him a bunch of coal, and he's just been gumming the coal. Yep.
And we're gonna go around Gulper's room into what was their room.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gonna have to take the bypass.
Yep.
So just put yourself where you want to be, and I'll move the rest there.
We're gonna bypass here.
Okay. And that's
the darkness room.
Yep.
Through the bond, you can feel Taylor's character kind of just hanging out in there, being a cat.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lantern to light the way, Jared.
Grimald's, yeah. Grimald's just hanging out in there, like, kind of cleaning himself.
Yep. He's just gonna move through casually. Like, yep.
Yeah.
That other warrior guy, he's looks like he's modifying the crossbow.
I'm like, oh, hey.
Hey.
Did you finish your task yet?
Yeah.
Not good.
So, Mr. Gull offered me some money if I work on some things for him. And you have this big old like schematic that he's hung up and pinned to the wall, and he looks like he's upgrading the bow, the siege bows.
I'm like, okay. Good idea.
Looks like each of them are quad launchers now. They have 4 different firing mechanisms.
It's like, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I don't think I couldn't get the mechanism right, but I did get it so that it can fire 4 at once, or at least one consistently. But I wasn't able to get this mechanism built. I'm just not skilled enough. This it uses the force that was fired to help reload the spring, which then draws the bow and then it automatically inserts a new arrow and fires, basically making it a quad automatic siege crossbow.
I'll look at it later and see if I can figure it out.
If you need help, let me know.
Yeah, there's the schematic. I got it from some crazy dwarf back in the day.
Fair.
Ash is completely distracted and will climb up and begin looking at the schematic.
Cool.
I'm like, all right, be careful with this next room. Especially you, Harhawk.
The
downdraft's pretty strong.
Oh. Oh gosh. Big pit.
Yeah. Open the door.
You'll make your way down.
Yeah.
And it's that underwater cave. Or
Mhm.
sorry, that large cave room that's filled with water. And it's kind of like its own mini beach. There's a ton of life in the crystal clear water. There's the tide pools in the corner, and then you have the reconstructed, or at least connected parts of the destroyed Nareem statue, and it's holding a bowl. There are quite a few droplets of true water in there.
Ah, wonderful. I'm like, and this is the Temple of Nareem.
And Phil will be teleported here. He kind of looks around. Oh. He will test the water. It is wet. Good. Water is still water.
He's just going to start disrobing.
Yep. Phil just dives right in. Sploosh!
Relax in the water.
Yeah. Jimmy offers prayers and offerings. And it just kind of soaks up the ambience.
Yeah. And so, Redeemery, Harahak, Ghost, what is your plans moving forward?
Redeemeries. Well, I was going to make a pilgrimage to the other temple of Nareem, but that one's on the bottom of the ocean. And it only resurfaces every so often.
Susie will give a nudge to a mental nudge to Eatsley, and to say, "What about that person we found? That they're going to make their own sub and go to the bottom of the ocean?
Which person?
Remember when we went to the on the side of the moon, where it was really stormy, and there was this person the Lich.
Not a sub. It was they're gonna build a skyship.
Skyship, yeah, skyship.
Yeah. Also, that wasn't a moon. That wasn't the moon.
I know it wasn't the moon. It was on the moon
the
side.
Storm Isles. Yeah,
Yeah.
moon side. Storm Isles. The storm port. Yeah. They needed a ship part.
Yeah, but maybe he could catch a ride with them.
There's supposed to be somebody who's supposed to be building a ship to traverse the water. Maybe you might be able to catch a ride with them.
Maybe I will. That would be a noble deed, getting that ship up and running. I suppose I could do that. Because, well, I need to return to the family, at least for a short time. Need to check in, let them know I'm alive. Drop off some wealth that I've accumulated, as a good father should do, and husband. And then I think I'll go back out adventuring.
And then look at Ghost.
They just shrug.
So you're gonna explain why now?
Shake their head.
He's gonna squint. As much as a Skellerman can squint.
You're pretty squinty.
I know, right? I'm like, my curiosity wants me to figure it out, Ghost. But I'll respect.
They're just gonna follow Redeemer around, help him out.
Hmm.
Kind of like a lost puppy.
Oh no. I was talking about how in the dungeon, I want to know why they were called ghosts and why they didn't show up on a life sense.
Just gonna shrug.
And why they're undead.
They shrug. They're not Talon.
Hmm. I'll get words out of you one of these days. But I do wish you all the best in your journeys from here.
Lord Goal will actually give you a private message. Specifically, like don't push this one particularly too far. They're a very dangerous creature, especially in this particular location.
Oh, I can tell.
Do you know what potential they're at?
What?
Do you potentially know what type of creature they are?
No. I have ideas and thoughts, but nothing concrete.
Yeah. Well, won't leave you in suspense easily. They're an Eastern undead. They're a Dodomeki.
I thought there would be a Revenant.
This one, they could be a remnant, but I think they're a Dodomeki. You can find that out because they have no gold or any metal wealth on their person.
Interesting.
They eat money. In fact, they have a very difficult time surviving outside of a dungeon because the amount of gold they need to eat daily is significantly higher than you'd expect, especially as they get more and more powerful. So adventuring would be the only way to get that type of money, and you need to do really dangerous stuff to get money. So I was thinking of giving them a very large bag of gold, sending them on their way, so that Mr. Redeemer doesn't have any more lost money out of his purse.
Understood.
And they're probably called ghosts because of the way they can disappear. Dodomekis are very good at just vanishing. They're a monster.
See, I knew I'd figure it out at some point.
Yeah. You see them kind of bump against Harrowhawk, and you can literally feel them yank like 12 gold out of nowhere.
But yeah, no, I'm just like, understood. Kind of interesting. Um, um,
Mm-hmm.
what was I thinking there?
What were you thinking?
No, nothing. I think Ethan's just going to disassemble for a while and not think.
Good old Skellerman technique. Suze?
Hey. So, Susie is going to close the book and be like, that is for another time. First, I must give you a tour of the dungeon. I need to go to the treasure room for a moment. There is something I've been waiting for a long time to get.
Yeah.
So Susie walks over, places her hands on the door, and glows with a little bit of moonlight, and it opens up. And Susie goes and looks for the tiara.
Nice.
So, what the tiara does, as I've said before, it gives 3 to 5 levels to your stigmas. And you have to be an apostle in order to wear it. I imagine you need to attune to it, so taking one of the attunement slots.
Yep.
But Susie will grab that and then be like, all right, let's skedaddle. And then
Is that an elixir of the ley line?
the elixir of the ley line was used.
Mm. Oh, that's right.
But its after image is still there and in all its glory. And it's like, no, we saved the world tree with that.
Ah, what a noble thing.
Yes.
World trees are one of the only things you could use that on, and it wouldn't bring great harm.
Yes. Perfect. So now that she has the book, she will sit down in front of the treasure room and create a. She will touch the alchemist and be like, "We're going to my inner garden." And
a moment. And he just goes through all your treasure, grabbing different things, putting it in a bag, coming over, and like, alchemy ingredients.
Thank you very much. I'm surprised I missed them.
In front of you. No, they're gemstones.
Yes, of course.
All different gems, even normal ones, like a big old sapphire, an uncut one. He's like, alchemy ingredients. Gemstones are a wonderful material.
They are. Susie will put them in there, the alchemist ring, and then pop them into her inner world, and go into the garden library and take out the book for the elixir again. Welcome to my garden. This is where the world tree.
Rare. Oh, this is rare. Oh, where have you been? I've been looking for you for a decade. Oh my goodness. I thought these were extinct.
As he just scuttles around your garden, completely ignoring you because he's having a moment.
Yeah, no, it's completely fair. I'm a pretty good alchemist myself. Definitely been growing stuff, especially probably the fate plants and bone coin ones.
These are healthy.
I hope so.
These are very healthy.
I managed to get a masterwork farming set, so I've been using that to till the soil, and well, it is quite energetic in here, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it's good. Here.
And he dumps out a giant bag filled with aether stones.
Plant these all over.
Okay.
And there's the death plant. Oh, God. Remember that thing?
Yeah.
Yep. I haven't forgotten
Plant
about
these
it.
all over. This should further imbue the soil.
Perfect.
Yes.
Do you have like an array or something we could put these into, or is that too complicated?
Not yet. Your place is too small for now.
Okay,
but I have a feeling once you expand it, and he'll give you an array, but you need lodestones for it.
Yeah. Susie will put the pass them out to the sprites that work in her garden to plant them all over the place.
Here, this is what I use in my herb garden, and he will show you this crazy array that uses one lodestone low grade of every element type and sub-element type. And if you build it in a specific array and connect it with a Gaia lodestone in the middle, it becomes a realm.
I see.
And you'll have full control over all elements and synergies, even the weather.
I kind of have a natural one of those. It's from the World Tree.
Yes. So you plant the Gaia lodestone underneath the World Tree, and then you talk to the World Tree, and it can regulate the entire realm.
Could I maybe bring a treasure grade Gaia crystal down to a lodestone by like condensing or extracting the potential inside the Aether Stone to make it larger? Okay, no expansion.
You don't want to use a treasure grade for that.
Yeah, okay. I was just thinking how I would get a lodestone. I don't know where I'd find anything like that.
Oh, pretty easy. We can use alchemy to make lodestones.
I should have thought.
Yes, even aether crystals are not immune to our alchemical magics.
Perfect. Okay. Feel free to look around and get used to the place. I need to attune to this. And then she'll put it on her head and start the attunement process.
A moonbeam goes ka-tunk on top of you while it's happening.
So I only have 3 attunements, but this will be my third. The scythe, the masterwork farmer set, and now this. So,
yep.
I didn't need to attune to the robes, did I?
The apostle robes? No, those are a gift. Those are a stigma.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, you guys can go to.
Do you have a stigma from Nareem?
I have many stigmas from Idirondale.
You're gonna get a lot of juice.
Yeah.
He's just gonna skull around and just spruce things up, rearrange some things, ask the sprites to literally move an entire garden over, like, to do a little shuttle game.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, the energies from those, and if you make a garden in between them at this perfect section, the elements in the soil will combine into this unique little nutrient garden, and then you can put this here, and you can grow this, and he's putting seeds all over the place. Yes,
excellent.
And you can grow this. It's so hard to grow these.
And he's just going around, just completely changing stuff.
Perfect.
He's like, yes. He dumps out more aether crystals.
Yes, bury them in that field. Just like that. Good. They need more aether if you're going to have them grow at a proper rate. Otherwise, they grow stunted and gnarled, and that's why they look like that. But if they get enough mana, they grow to their proper form, and they stand up straight, and they produce 3 times as much fruit.
And the sprites are like,
taking notes.
Okay. Yeah, he's just scuttling around everywhere, just kind of losing his bananas everywhere. He's just like,
oh my gosh, this thing is a death point. It's a paradox.
Okay.
Are you tuned to that? Ashifer, that's some mechanical intrigue right there. That's some good stuff.
Begins artificing.
Go ahead and make me a archetype and artifice. Yes. Have you heard of the role Biggest Dickus?
You're like, I got this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Meaning of life right there.
Yes. A quad automatic repeating siege bow.
Pulls out a couple of parts, hammers them together with his tails, holds up two of them. There you go.
You'll actually... these will wear out, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be inscribed with runes or made of much better materials, things that don't wear and tear.
So
steel will not work for these.
So you
not for
mean
long.
I need to do this?
Yeah, that's the one. You just inscribe runes, and now they won't break. And the runes are kept by the ambient aether in the air produced by the dungeon core. Now the real problem is ammo, because this thing can fire several hundred ballista bolts a minute.
So how many ballista bolts are there?
It's about 10 per grouping.
He will sit there and bind the ballista bolts to the ammo rack with the returning quality.
Do you want to also upgrade the bolts so they're just, when they hit something, it's pretty lunacy?
Yeah, why not? He will put a different type of fire
in all the bolts.
In all the bolts. And on two of them, because he's feeling particularly asshole-ish, he'll enchant them with disintegrate.
Jeez. 1 out of 10 is just a disintegrate on a projectile.
Yep. And he just spends a couple minutes enchanting, hands the trigger mechanisms to the dude. There you go.
That looks exactly like the blueprint with runes on it. Huh. Installs it. You guys try it and completely obliterate the far wall. You both look at each other like, ooh! Cobalt picks his head out like, you fucking up our walls?
I can fix it.
You
Make
better.
whole, enchanted, repeating every 30 seconds.
Just armor the room. Magic.
Yep. Sorry.
You can even do this with a normal crossbow. So if you just get a heavy crossbow, you can just have a box mag on it, and just somebody could just hold the trigger and it just goes da 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 da. Just keeps firing.
Oh, that's fun. But it'd be like, well, I put the runes on it so that it won't break down.
Yeah, the mechanism seems to be pretty
delicate.
Well, yeah, but it's a lot of moving parts. If one fires out of sequence, the whole thing jams up and can break. So, yeah, nice job. All right, and he closes the wall panel, which just looks like kind of like you would see it on a breaker or into a maintenance space, but it's disguised with cliff or rock wall. He just kind of closes it, and it just clicks into place. All right, what's next on my list to do? Gotta go to the armory. Sharpen all the treasure grade blades. Wait, they don't need sharpening. Hey, Fire Not Hot, did you write this on here? Now? This is gonna scratch it out. You can't sharpen a treasure grade blade. They're already sharp as shit.
True. Unless you had an advanced wet. Stop giving me ideas.
Well, I don't. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I could make one. But that'd be boring. Because it just sharpen things.
It's better just to coat it with something.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I gotta clean up the brig again. Gross. All right. We have a couple extra prisoners. We found some explorers wandering around. So they were captured. They're in the dungeon below. Lord Gold says, let them stew there for a while until they could be thoroughly convinced to write what we tell them about this area. And they're like, but we can't lie. This is our profession. Lord Gold says you have 3 choices. Do what we ask. You could try and fight your way out. Or, if you do escape, well, hope you don't mind being cursed.
Yeah. I'll come with. I don't have anything else to do right now.
It's a very large dungeon. It's got about 16 cells on each side, like you'd see in a castle dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
They're all furnished, though. Looks pretty comfortable.
Kitsune just floats around on the oversized pillow. Looks at the people in the room.
Yeah. They come by and this guy swaps out the privy buckets and then gives them their lunch, which is on a full tray. It's not even prison food. It's actually like mess food that you'd find at a mess hall.
Okay. He just looks at him. Hi.
Right, Kitsune. Several of them make a scribble. And he's like, look, the more you write down, the less likely you're going to get out of here.
Which is why I asked. I thought it was
Like, besides, if you tell somebody about me, that'll make me angry, and I can just randomly shit you out on a random plane.
Your one of your tails goes Achoo! And hits the ceiling with a fireball.
See? You're making my tail sneeze.
They are very perplexed. You have way more tails than your species should have.
Maybe I should just get a mind alteration spell. That would make it easier.
Well, Lord Goal has that. But he says that it can be dispelled by a very high level mage.
Right.
So he says a curse of forgetfulness is much better.
Fair. I could research one of those. Skull might like it too.
Susie will give you a nudge and say, I'll give you a forgetfulness aether stone here soon. Maybe you can study that.
Perfect. For now, I'm going to go play my new instrument.
It's also really hard to counter forgetfulness. A nice pick.
Gross.
Nice pick lobotomy.
Yep.
Yeah. Problem is these guys are platinum tier cartographers and explorers. They would go missing. So Gaul is trying not to raise the alarm for a missing guide, because they will send people, powerful people, to locate them.
Be like, I've got an idea. I'm gonna run off to Gaul's room.
He's sitting there, kind of reading this very large tome, but there's a bunch of weird crystals around it. And he kind of touches one, and it kind of spins a little bit and provides a different light. Come on over.
wanders over, sits down, and was like, "Have you thought about a contract?"
I have. They refuse. They're seekers of truth. They wish to properly map the continent.
That's entirely fair, and I can understand that, but they were captured in the dungeon. Normally their life would be forfeit. It would make sense for seekers of truth to be accepting of a contract if you allowed them to put one distinct truth in it, because it would be a gain, but it's also accommodating to the individuals living within.
True. But I was thinking we can sweat them out a little bit. Kind of catch them off guard, make them unsettled, keep them here guessing and wondering when and what we're going to do.
Fair enough.
Maybe they'll be rotting in there in comfort forever.
Oh, take a look at this. I made a new instrument.
Oh. That's sharp.
Yeah, I have to be really careful with it. That's why I play it with my tails.
Because they're so fluffy, they don't. No, that would make sense.
Yep.
I've always wondered the properties of fluffiness.
I studied it with the cat moss sphinx.
I see. I'm guessing they're a expert on the topic.
Very much so. If we were to put fluffiness on a scale of 1 to 100, the cat moss sphinx would be at the top of the list at the 100 because they are the fluffiest of creatures. But I can be proud in that the cat moss sphinx said my scale of fluff equated to 99.
So fluffy that you can't be cut by mortal weapons.
It's fun.
Well, you know what this means now, right? As he puts away the book, puts picks to the side.
No, what?
Come on. And he summons a sandstone chair that swivels, and that has a really high back.
Oh, I'm going to play now. Okay.
Yeah, you hop up on his lap, and you basically get to be Mr. Bigglesworth.
Yep.
And he's like,
So
yes,
what
behold.
what bonuses are this instrument going to give me?
Oh no, he's gonna be. You kind of just curl up on his lap, and he pets you like you're the cat, Mr. Bigglesworth and Dr. Evil.
Yes, I'm still going to be playing my instrument. That was the entire goal. To play music for Gaul.
It doesn't give you any bonuses to play it because it's difficult. You got to practice with it before you can get better at it. But you could play your instrumentalist role.
Well, playing musician, because you said instrumentalist, compounds with it, so it will be a total bonus of that. Boom.
It's very tricky to play, and you actually send out these beautiful groupings of ethereal notes that sometimes swirl together in a violent fashion, or sometimes just kind of flow around and push the elements around.
And it flows out for 1.5 miles.
Yeah, fills the whole dungeon as it bounces off all of the walls. Everybody can see ethereal music notes just whee. Sometimes they collide and bunch up, and then pop in a bunch of sparkles and a cacophony of noise. And he slowly spins his chair 180 while petting the chauffeur. Woo ha ha.
Yep.
I am an evil villain. Behold. This is fun.
Yep. Oh, and I had the perfect thing for when I'm not here. I will cast Plush on myself.
Ah, wonderful.
Yep. That's what Ash is doing. He's waiting until everybody's ready because his next step is going to the town.
Okay. All right, Suze. We'll have to go over all that stuff in between sessions because that's going to be a lot of bookkeeping. Johnny? Johnny McJohn? Johnny has diedeth.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. That's sad.
It happens.
Yep.
Sadness. All right, we'll go back to Eatsley.
Easily.
Yep. So there's a bunch of crabs who roll over, grab your bones, and start a duel with them.
Hey, now, give those back. Those are my bones.
Yeah, no, like a whole bunch of crabs slow over, start to grab all your bones, and they have this giant scale battle using your bones as weapons.
Now, this skull starts hopping over. Now, I slowly start to pull myself back together.
Yeah, the claws on these crabs are very, very strong, and only when one is as they play, it's just like, oh no, I've been slain. Oh, they let go of your bone and it goes back. And then after they have a dramatic death, they get back up and scuttle to the sidelines.
Yeah. Start collecting my bones from them.
Yeah, one of the guys has assembled your hand, which he is wielding by the two bones that's connected to the wrist, and your hand is holding another bone, so he's wielding your arm that's holding a bone to duel the other guy who's holding your foot.
No, and just start hopping around.
So they start to. One guy's like, "Ha! Hey!" And he's like, "I will kick you with this foot."
Like, no.
Fortunately, the guy with the foot ends up getting a much stronger kick, and the other guy's like, "No, I'm blasting off again!" And he just goes a little bit, and then he flows down. I've been defeated. And he's like, "I am the victor of this duel." And they'll give him cheers. And he tosses your foot back at you. And they all scuttle off going, click, 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 click. And Nareem just chuckles.
Like, my bones. Yeah. Slowly put myself back together.
That was pretty exhilarating, though. Pretty goofy, but like.
I want to look at the party. I'm like, if you guys want, I would like to offer you a job.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Alright.
If you're able to help increase the defenses of our dungeon, I'll pay you.
Ghost kind of pulls up a finger. What type of defenses are you looking for?
Any and all, we built this dungeon when we were younger and less powerful, and inexperienced. So, any advice you could bring up during the construction or reconstruction of this place? Any ideas you can help with? That will be greatly appreciated.
Expand it significantly. The more effort and resources that your enemies have to go through and wander and whatnot. And Redeem is like, no, you can actually leave it as it is. If you spread out the dungeon, you spread out the resources of the dungeon. Sure, your enemy will expend more resources, but you're also pretty bare thin.
Oh.
So if you just highly concentrate power into each of the rooms, you can build conditions where if they trigger one, there is significant problems that you have just heaped upon yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can also use the godly tongue to do something. I'm not sure if that's permissible, but it could be.
There are ideas there. I'd have to be very precise in my wording, so that's why I hadn't done it, because I was very early in my understanding of the language.
All right. You could also bring in more temples and respect
was the
more
plan.
gods. And if you do that, there's going to be a lot of people who will want to take over this place. But maybe you can build a very sophisticated entry procedure where people who you approve of can come make pilgrimages. And if they're the right type of people, if this place actually becomes under siege, you will have a lot of very concerned, very powerful people coming to your protection. And I think that's one of the things dungeons don't have. They're isolated islands. They don't have outside allies who will push, like, drop everything what they're doing and come running to your aid and actually make it in time.
It was funny. We actually didn't mean to end up in Skyhold. I was going there I was trying to make my pilgrimage to the underworld.
Oh, God. Zeke might have played a prank on you.
Maybe, but I came with everything. And my next trip is, well, tomorrow I'm probably going to go and make my pilgrimage to the underworld again.
Hopefully actually getting to the underworld this time.
Exactly. And then after that, I'm going to make another pilgrimage carrying that scale. Anyways. But yes, each day of work, I'll pay you 500 gold. Dungeon gold.
Not bad. Ghost just shrugs. They'll start working on it immediately. Eyeless kind of looks around. You ever thought about handrails?
In here or just in general?
Just in general.
Yes, we determined that would stop people from tripping and sliding into traps.
Oh God, the pizza box.
I agree. Is it a Hawaiian pizza? Have you committed an Italian tragedy? Oh God, the pizza box.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you got Redeemer's crew going about their business.
Do you like my response to Einless at least?
Which one? Oh,
Uh,
you've redeemed. We want them to fall into the traps.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's true. Huh. Okay.
I'm surprised the mages you was not as sure as foot. As sure of foot?
Well, yeah, I suppose, but I don't know. It requires focus. Sometimes I get distracted, especially in new environments. Failing of mine, I know, but
Just be focused on the pit of philosophy.
wait, that's what it's called?
Pit of philosophy.
Oh,
I didn't name it.
Oh no.
It was named by a dragon.
That could do psychological damage to people.
Yeah.
That's that's funny. What happens if you do fall in that pit? Where does it go?
I'm willing to look at them and like, you're now asking questions you don't get to ask questions to.
Yes, I do. Part of the family.
No. We don't. The family doesn't talk about what happened with that hole. We don't talk about it.
Oh, so only Phil knows.
No. We all know it got Phil in trouble. We don't talk about why he got in trouble for that pit.
He dug straight down without rhyme or reason, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Nope. So we had to deal with that.
Did you at least flick him on the nose?
Lord Gold did, yes.
Okay.
I opted to beating him with a hammer. I was told no.
Well, a flick on the nose would do you better than a hammer, especially against the Nergigante.
He was young.
Just,
But yes, no.
Okay. Who dat?
It me!
Allie!
I made it.
You did. Welcome back.
Thank you for waiting.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Your pile of loot has gotten bigger since last time. I don't know if any noticed.
No, I did.
I added more monies.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Sugar Daddy.
That's your dungeon. It naturally produces it.
Yes.
Then yeah. It should just go spend some time sleeping.
Yeah. If you want, you can just hang out in the water. Your bones may be abducted for a brief moment for crab skirmishes, but they'll bring them back.
Yep. A day of rest. That is what is
Well
prescribed
deserved.
here. And then the next day, we start the long task of going to the underworld, getting the stuff, coming back. And then we start the task of carving.
Johnny.
Yeah, what's up?
So for the stuff we get for your little tiara, we'll have to do that out of session because that's a lot of stuff, a lot of bookkeeping.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but you have it.
Okay. She puts it on her. Like, oh, this is nice. Oh, this is very nice. We should have to try this out sometime soon.
And you
She'll
see
go find the
Indra
alchemist.
just fly across your realm in her boat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Boat!
Have you met
Moonboat.
the alchemist?
No.
My teacher.
Moonboat! Very interesting. Hello, spooky one!
Oh,
This spooky one found something very interesting.
I have many interesting things.
No. I mean the very prismatic, interesting lotus that you found in the and it just gave me Field of Lost Dreams.
What did you dream?
Dreamed. Wait, I know this. What did I dream? I dreamed a mountain.
Mm-hmm. You remember going in a maze.
Spirits, yeah, I remember the maze. I was real good at that one. I just went left.
Yep, it's perfect strategy, and it was amazing.
Yep.
And then I got through the maze and climbed up the hill, and then I got to the top. And there was
Remember the ball? You made a ball of wind, didn't you?
oh yeah, I was like concentrating on it.
And then there was the N something cloud. Remember the Nimbus cloud.
It's like years ago.
It's been a hot minute, couple months.
So much has happened.
You get distracted by Luna.
Yeah.
I'll try to go do something with her.
Oh, it's okay.
What are you planning to do in the dungeon while we're here? Do you have any plans?
Disturb shit.
Okay. It's been a while since we were at the place you really shit disturbed. Remember that giant human castle that got destroyed by the beasts? Yes, you do remember. Good. It's buried, and we have to go dig it up sometime. I wonder what's been happening since then.
Yeah. Let's go disturb that shit.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, it's going to be pretty fast to get over there on your new, well, if you want to ride in style or if you want to freestyle it with your Nimbus Cloud.
Let's take the boat.
Ooh, ride in style.
Nimbus cloud flies underneath you. You're riding the cloud, riding the boat.
Beautiful.
You can just stay in here.
Oh, good. I have many things to modify.
Good. I'll see you soon.
We also need to hang protective wards around the world tree here.
That is a good idea.
He starts the spin thread.
Spider things. All right. We zip out of my world and then go through the hallways, stopping at the doors to open them up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we head to the fortress. I'd have to look at the world map again. I forget what that was called.
a moment.
Thanks for waiting for me, Matt. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Sometimes you just need to take 5.
Yeah.
That's why it's so good. Destroyed. Destitute base alkali. I remember all the good stuff got buried. A giant explosion by someone in particular.
Yeah, let's go use our earth powers to dig it up.
Mm-hmm. We can borrow Eatsley's or Hips. It's like they're with us always. It's quite convenient.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Susie.
Don't thank me. Thank Eatsley. Philip.
I'm sorry, what about me?
We're using your earth moving power. Move earth.
It's been about a month. You arrived to see a battalion of human soldiers and a huge engineering corps trying to excavate the site.
Interesting. Did you know this place was haunted?
Nope.
It is now.
There's a lot of people for you to spook.
I wanna spook everybody.
How you want to do it?
What time of day is it?
You guys kind of hung around and relaxed a bit, so it's starting to edge towards evening. Sun's starting to set, and we'll be off the horizon in about an hour. Yeah, sundown in about an hour.
Susie will do some divinating using her cosmic element to figure out what the nebula does with the sundial. Because that's where it's at currently, but I do not know what it does. All right.
Let me just take a look at your sun and moon dial.
So let's see what we get for that. That is plus 40 to the Let's roll. 33.
While you're on Nebula, you also have Gaia element.
Oh. Neat.
It's a separate element. You can't divide up all of the different pieces.
Yeah.
Gaia.
So it's like one or nothing kind of deal.
But you have Gaia element.
Okay. Yeah.
Which means everyone in the party does too, through the friend network.
So I think I'm going to take to the air and do some dive bomb spooks.
Very nice.
Okay. The effects are immediate at fear 9. It's a lot of fear. People start just absolutely going bananas. People falling off machinery, people crashing into each other, tents getting upended. It's pure chaos. You get full very quickly. You just have to kind of stumble back like, oh my gosh. Oh.
I'm also going to send out some mods to tag people with, so they, slowly go insane.
As you do, as a cryptid does, yeah.
Of course.
How many moths do you have again, Allie?
I have
quite a few, if I remember.
I lost a few during the dungeon raid.
Oh, you can always remake them. That's your whole gimmick.
Well, it was like
Oh, permanent?
yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't a huge amount. I just gotta find where in my,
Ashenfur. Ashenfur.
Ugray.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you have boons on you, don't you? You use boons, right?
Yeah.
How many do you have? She takes a look.
9.
9. Would you like to donate some so I can make a boon plant and then give you guys some?
Are we talking permanent or just for the day?
No, permanent. You give me 3 of yours, and you'll get as much as I can make from the plant.
it's worth it. She gave me a bunch.
It's
don't
investing
mind.
in my plantation.
I've got 13 fate points now from her crazy plant.
I don't mind.
Well, if you give me 4, I will give you 4 more as a base for sure. And I'll be able to make the next food plant immediately. It takes 6 months to grow, but I have a little fertilizer that I'd like to make with it. But I need an evolution first. So once I get the evolution done, we'll have some bone coins. Boons. The other B word.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll just give you 4 boons. No worries.
Hey.
I don't have much use for them. Hilariously enough.
So you're full, and they've scared the tits off them.
Yeah.
Shall we go check out this? Well, how much progress they've made so far after cleaning up our mess?
Looks like they excavated pretty much all the rock out, and they're gonna pull the vault box out
Looks like we came just at the right time.
with a crane.
Lucky us.
I want to see if I can operate the crane.
Well, it requires a very powerful monster to pull it. So they use a crane pulley, but they have a big old rhino to pull it.
Is the rhino scared away as well because Allie did not care?
And the crane's gone because it ran off and ripped the crane out of the house. And basically knocked just about everything out of the way, and the crane eventually crashed into something, and that collapsed. So
I guess we can just we can just dig the rest of it out and check it out.
Such is life.
Is it very big?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Weighs 30 tons.
Could I put it inside my inner world? Kind of big, or?
It is magically warded, so you can't be
magically warded, so I can't do that. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Well, I bet Ashenford would love to look at these warts. I'll give him a ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Whenever you're free, Ashenford, I've found a nice little vaulted treasure that's protected by some wards. I thought you might be interested in them. Maybe get a little more information.
On the way.
Poof. Boing.
Yeah, he will just teleport over.
Telepoof.
Good call.
Hello.
Yeah, looks like a big old dwarven mobile vault. It's a big iron box with a vault door on front that can be hauled around.
What do I need to roll?
It's runes. You just gotta get through the runes.
Okay.
There's a couple on there that you're like, that one looks spooky. But these are fine.
I'll begin trying to undo the runes.
Oh, do you want to re-roll that?
Test.
I will spend a boon on this one.
There you go. You're like, oh, those runes are explodey, and those runes are zappy, and those runes are kafushi. All the onomatopoeia.
Yep.
Pretty aggravated security features. They're hostile, aggressive.
You'll just begin dismantling them and taking notes of what the individual runes are.
Yeah. You know what the funny part is? You can roll archetyping and then artifice to open the vault. Because it's all just machinery.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. That's going to be a big roll.
Even better. At a larger loss.
Yeah. So, you kind of go over, you play with it a little bit, you turn one of the dials, and then you smack the top of it, and it pops the dial off. And then you just kind of reach it, paw in there, and go, click, pull, and the thing just, clunk.
There you go.
Maintenance access. You have to have all the dials facing a very specific way for you to knock the one off.
There you go.
Ooh, do you want to come inside with us?
Totally.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, as you open the door, a pile of money just avalanches and buries all of you.
Gold fall, you die.
No, you're just buried in a.
Yeah. I with my gold element, I'm just gonna like kind of shift through it all.
Yeah.
I'll take out Shining Dawn and kind of be like, I have gold. Look at us.
Help me up.
Susie helps intro up.
Thanks.
I guess I'll start banking this. Good job, guys.
Find out very quickly why. There's a dungeon core in there that they pulled from a different dungeon.
We can feed that to ours, make it bigger.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, maybe this is how dungeons catalyze.
Because they wanted to bring this back to the capital so it continues to print money.
I see.
So that the human economy can keep up with the monster economy.
I have a plan. My inner trickster is going off. Once we're all done, got it all set up, right? That old piece of thing that I found a while back for a prank on the stand that had the dungeon core on it. I'm going to put the preserved 10-pound turd on the stand. I'm going to seal the vault back up and re-rune it.
Just a piece of poop. Okay. That's funny. All right. You guys get a very large pile of money, low-grade aether stones, and a small dungeon core.
Cool.
Oh, while we're here, I will wave one of my tails and set up one of the invisible pillars in the air.
Oh, to watch? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Now we have a watchtower set up here to where we can keep an eye on this area.
Mm-hmm.
You do hear commotion though. They're bringing the battalion's reorganized, and they've brought some heavier hitters with them. They're here for the vault.
Well,
Shall we
skedaddle.
teleport back? I'll teleport us back.
I mean, I can just walk through the world, but yeah. You should teleport something someplace else and not right back to our location, unless you want to add some extra things to your teleport.
Fair. We'll do this. We'll just go through your tree thing.
Okay.
Yes, why not?
Zoom.
Question.
Duh.
Where is there like lost ancient battlefields and the like?
That's a tough question.
It's a Susie question. Susie will do some divination for you. She takes out her ice crystal ball and he says, "Well, why don't we have a look, Ashenfur?"
Please and thank you.
And then a 50. We could go for something better. Indrid, can I borrow a fate point, please?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
And you can have a boon from me too.
Oh, I don't need that. Didn't do very much better. 12 degrees for finding a battlefield for the Ashenfur.
We got a couple options. You want something more recent, or are you looking for something old and ancient?
Yes. Because I'm setting up a sword garden, so the older swords would actually be more beneficial. Because the sword garden will rejuvenate the weapons of the people to mark their grave.
Mm-hmm.
And that also allows them to choose a future
there
wielder.
Is one in the heart of the Salt Flats.
Is that a bad area to go?
That is a terrible area to go.
Unless you go with Susie.
And follow the slipstream.
So, can we go to the Salt Flat, Susie?
Alternatively,
Sure.
Alternatively, you can go to the Temple of the Lost Soldier.
That too. Yeah.
Good.
Where we're not being insane.
No. Then I'll go there.
Oh, it takes some entry fee, though, so you need that first.
What's the entry fee?
I don't pay the entry fee. The Temple of the Lost Soldier, there's a way to get into the temple itself proper. But on the outside, there is just a massive array of open area.
Oh, I didn't know that was. I figured inside would have been the battlefield, but you're right.
No,
good call.
The Temple of the Lost Soldier is it's a dedication to all the people who fell, including the gods and the previous gods in the Great War.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the perfect place to find spirits for a sword garden. Okay. So
you go a route around there. You will unfortunately meet the administrator, who's kind of like, "You're up to something."
Yeah, but it's not bad.
Well, I suppose. And then the two students kind of run by, kind of playing tag.
Right. I'm gonna talk to the spirits of the blades that are still sitting there and see if they want me to move the blades to a sword garden so that the blades are rejuvenated and can eventually choose a new wielder.
I'll make this easier for you, so you don't disturb the ones that don't want to be disturbed.
That's probably a good thing.
They summon an entire array of weapons, not just swords. Most of them decided to be laid to rest with their last wielder, and they refused to budge. These might fit your criteria.
Well, a sword garden is just a name. It's a weapon graveyard designed to rejuvenate the weapons so that they can be passed on.
I wondered why someone sent me a message about be here today at this time. The gods work in mysterious ways, I suppose.
I don't know. I've even got a bunch of sword sprites to.
Those are rare.
Yeah, but I've got a little over 100 of them.
Run around, fight everything.
Yeah.
Think they're fearless, but they're actually not.
Yeah. My friend spooked them.
I bet.
By the way, I'm Ashenfur.
I'm the administrator for the desert region.
Nice to meet you. I'm going to take all these weapons now, okay?
Fine.
And he just starts sucking them into the dream orb.
Children, it's time for the lecture. Your playtime's over. They both come over and look up, and they start to tell the tale of the Temple of the Lost Soldier.
He will actually stick around and listen for a bit.
Okay.
Before telepoofing back. And in just a large open room, he'll get it set up to where there's a small fountain in the center. He'll teleport around to transplant grass and various types of stones to tier the area, and he will transplant the weapons based on seniority of the wielders, actually, how skilled they were, to where the strongest are in the center, so that the spirits can decide whether somebody is deserving, how deep they can go into the sword garden.
This will be a very snooty garden.
Expected to be, but it's to choose future wielders. Yet, a sword garden is meant to be snooty. They're the best of the best. That's how you get into a sword garden. Otherwise, while waiting for people, Ashen is just practicing his music. And
your notes are so sharp, the sword spirits start fighting them.
We're sharper! Hiya!
But yeah, no, he's practicing his music mostly outside the dungeon, because until he gets good enough, there's a risk of causing a massive storm to spontaneously manifest inside the dungeon. And that would be bad.
Yeah, it would be kind of bad. Eatsley, you smell sword. Lot of sword, lot of martial energy.
Yeah, I bet.
It's if you let it, it'll kind of like summon you, kind of like pull you towards it.
Oh yeah, no, Issa doesn't mind.
Eventually, you walk in and you see Ashenfur playing at the swords, and the sword sprites are fighting his music.
Huh.
Hi, Eatsley.
Howdy, howdy.
Welcome to the Sword Garden.
Yeah. Very nice here.
Several small sword sprites charge over. Charge! Get him! They start poking at your feet.
That's not gonna work.
If you want,
Zap, slash.
if you want, Eatsley, he'll point to various alcoves in the wall where he has set up meditation mats.
Oh, nice. I'll take some time to meditate here.
I don't know why I set them up. It just instinct said it's supposed to be here.
That's fair enough.
Your sword just looks down on all the other swords like scrubs.
I'm gonna.
So the other swords are like, "Hey, fuck you, Tony!"
But yeah, no, definitely gonna just find a little corner, meditate with my sword. Get more in tune with it.
Yeah. Eventually, Ashenfur, sword sprites start popping out of the new swords and weapons, and now you have spear sprites, axe sprites, and they all just swarm Eatsley at one point. He's just, as he's meditating, he is covered head to toe in spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Get him! Hiya!"
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah.
Not
Your,
necessarily ignoring, but definitely like. Yeah.
Your sword eventually gets fed up with it and like bats them all off, and then flies off and combats the sword sprites and the other weapon sprites.
Like, fair enough.
Easiest way to handle this is the one far older sword sprite that came along. I'll just get him to start setting up tournaments for the sword sprites.
He's like, "Nah, let them play. That's what they do until they get used to their new home."
Okay, fair.
They're mischievous and they're pure. If you set up tournaments, that's too much ego for them. They're not going to follow rules anyways. They're attracted to somebody's martial prowess. That's why they flow over to that guy.
Fair. Okay.
You can actually tell who's gifted in the art of martial combat and the use of weapons.
By how attractive
how many
the
weapon
spirits
sprites swarm them when they meditate, yeah.
Okay. Oh. Papa Gall did give me permission to set this up, but I will set up a barrier on the entrance so that from unless you came through the dungeon to get in there, you can't exit it, because once the sword garden is there and set up, it will summon random people to pick a weapon. And I'll be like, so Papa Gall, sword garden. You know what it does?
It's got a bunch of weapons in it.
It maintains the ego and preserves the weapons so that they can choose new wielders, which also means if a monster, a human, or somebody reaches a certain plateau but hasn't found their meant to be weapon yet, the garden will call them and summon them into it.
Well, just don't have it be directly in the house.
Oh, it will pop them into the center of the garden. And then once they've got their weapon, it will shit them back out where they were.
Very descriptive use of words there, yeah.
Well, they're weapons. They tend to be sharp and blunt.
Mm-hmm. Shit them back out, huh? That's what he was referring to. Your interesting use of your word there.
I mean, yeah.
Not return them from whence they started.
Depends. But it also means that there will be old warriors on their final pilgrimage who may instinctively show up at the entrance to the dungeon and request access to the sword garden to plant their weapon. Kind of their last act as a warrior.
Dangerous, but all right.
They never leave the garden once they enter it. They will show up, enter the garden, take a seat in an empty spot, and basically pass holding their blade, and their remains become the mountain fertilizer for their weapon until it chooses a new wielder. I didn't remember all of this until the sword garden was set up and I knew it. Sorry? Weird instinct, Mumbo?
Well, that's the current situation of our dungeon, anyways. Honestly, if we can establish this as a sacred site for more than just those who worship the divine, it may just bring us a kind of respect and specific social standing.
Well, a sword garden is a blessed place for any warrior.
And you do hear on the front door, so to speak. There's a massive behemoth of a warrior covered head to toe in armor and has this huge collection of swords.
And lean over.
I got this. I'll teleport out. Hello?
I was going to ask to follow him out as well.
Yeah, this guy, that's aetherless black iron for his plate. And he's got a belt of skulls that hang with radiant badges.
Weapon Master?
Oh, it ain't him.
It was just one of those things where I had to ask.
No, that's a wanderer, for sure. But you're not sure which one.
Just, may I ask why you are here?
And he just kind of lifts an arm and points at the garden.
Oh, I am the keeper of the garden, so please come with. And I'll
kind of
walk
storms
him into the
over.
garden.
Even Gaul kind of peeks ahead over like, oh, no, and just closes the access to the dungeon.
I'll just politely escort him into the dungeon. Or not the dungeon, the sword garden.
He'll look over, take this big buster blade, and plunge it into the dirt. Take his skull off the belt, and put the skull over the pommel. And he does that for all the weapons. And he just kind of goes over to one of the alcoves punches it until it's big enough, and he just kind of sits in it cross-legged and just leans back, and then just takes a big breath in and a big breath out, and then it just kind of slumps, and you can kind of feel the life leave him.
He would, as tradition, he's the first one that shows up. Ash will float over, put a wall of force around the alcove, and preservation magic, because the first, he's the first. It's a sign of respect,
Yep.
Because he will eventually manifest as the guardian of the garden.
Yeah, and out of the skulls forms a ghost of each of the radiant tiers he's slain. They're like, "What the fuck? What? I'm alive? No, I'm dead. I'm alive, dead."
Welcome to the Sword Garden. I will give you a rundown. This is a place where weapons of skilled warriors choose their future wielders.
Where's that big iron fuckhead? And they all like kind of swarm near the body, and they're like, "Oh, look, he died. So sad." And then the ghost will flow out, and he will loom over the bunch of them. They're like, "Ah!" They kind of flow back like, shit, he's gonna beat us up. And he just stares at them disapprovingly.
I will set up my spectral tea set. Care for some tea, big guy?
I can speak again. Good.
So,
pleasure to meet you. I'm the wandering headsman.
I'm Ashenfur.
Oh, I remember hearing about you.
What did you hear? What did you hear?
Not to cross you.
One of the ghosts is like, "Dude, he doesn't even fight fair. Like, normally you would, I don't know, declare a duel. And then we would fight it out, and then the winner." He's like, "No."
I'm like, that's not how a fight works.
He's like, "No. The battles between two Radiant Tier adventurers will destroy everything in the surrounding area for miles on end. There are a lot of people that will get killed unnecessarily, a lot of innocents. I poisoned you and cut your head off because you were so fanatical about the blade that you would have killed everything in your fight, your fanatical need to prove yourself a swordsman, that you would have killed thousands and not even thought a single bit of remorse for it. We killed you because you're a menace." And the guy's just like, fuck you, backstabbing, poisoning bastard.
Well, so Sir Headsman, in honor of you being the first to arrive and turn weapons into the Sword Garden chose you to be its guardian. Should anybody attempt to disturb, deface, or defile the garden, you are fully capable of manifesting yourself at your prime to defend the sanctity of this burial site.
I won't need to. My headsman axe will do it for me.
And should a new headsman be chosen, the garden will call them to acquire their necessary weapon.
If they can take it. Some of these weapons are just here not to be reintroduced to society. Mostly as a a nurturing force for actually worthy swords. And a lot of the Radiants are like, what do you mean my sword's not worthy? You're a murderer. You're a mass murderer. Your blade makes people go crazy. You're a dark practitioner who considers themselves a righteous practitioner. And he's just like, he's going, like, all the people he's killed are truly evil people. He's like, no, these blades will stay here. And this garden will suck the experience and the blade's power out of your weapons and feed other worthy blades and nurture the spirits here. I will not permit them to leave.
This is perfect. If you need any help or any enchantments put on the place, let me know. As I'm the one who created the garden, I'm responsible for nurturing it.
Now that's a blade. As he points at Eatsley's sword, who's fighting off a bunch of weapon spirits, who's just like, I'm being swarmed! There's so many now! And all these little itty bitty weapon sprites, about no more than an inch or 2 inches tall, just all dogpile your sword. He's like, save me! Ah!
I want to look at him like, I tried.
And all the weapon sprites are like, yeah, we did it! We took him out! And your sword's like, blah! Evidently. Surprise! I have a second phase! And they're like, no! Get reinforcements! The second phase is always stronger than the first! And he just starts to terrorize the little sprites.
Well, I need to go let Papa know. And just leaves the tea set for him. And we'll teleport to Papa Gall. So, the Wandering Headsman's passed.
He's been around for a very long time.
He's now the guardian of the Sword Garden.
Okay, that's interesting. That's a good job. I was worried he was here for one of us.
Well, yeah, no, really evil. He had a collection of really evil people's swords, and now he's using their spirits to feed other swords.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
Here, I would recommend putting some sort of purification seal on each of the blades. You'll have to make a custom one after you study them, so that they don't leak that bloodlust and that killing scent.
I can just if there's a path I can take if I etch some certain runes around the periphery of the garden. Because of him and the evil blades, the sword garden will ascend into a sword grave.
That's actually very rare.
Which is an afterlife for the blades, which acts as judgment for them, which will prevent that from happening.
Do so. Yeah, if we can get a sword grave, that'll be utterly wild. We'll be seeing quite a few wanderers come by, which will be that'll be a very big warning to all those who want to come by.
Well, I have a question here.
Yep.
For Ashenver, would you like me to build my temple here?
What type of temple is it?
It's a temple to Ziki.
Bubble water. Yummy.
I will dig out an alcove so that it can be attached, but a sword grave of itself is its own temple. It is a natural temple.
Right. Because I'm going to go down to the underworld to receive a foundation. Yeah, the cornerstone for my temple.
Yeah.
From Ziki's prime temple.
If you want to, I will. if you want to link it to the Sword Garden, that's fine. But if another temple is placed on top of it, it will supersede the Sword Garden and Sword Grave.
You can just have it connected, kind of like Nareem's temple is connected through various parts of your your home. You can have the energies from that temple pour into the Sword Garden.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what you wanted to do there.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. It'll help. They'll nurture each other. And I'm going to be grinding down a bunch of Aether Stones to make these runes.
Okay.
Cool. Andre, what are you doing?
So we dug out the money.
Mm-hmm.
Have we taken the core back to the base?
We have, yeah.
Okay.
Gull's not sure if he wants to use it as a supplementary core or as a core upgrade. So he's still pondering it.
Luna's eating something off the floor.
That's Luna.
She's eating a Kleenex.
Nom, 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 nom.
She ate all the cat food and then immediately ran away.
Sounds like our Luna girl.
Jeez. All right, Android. Yep, everything's delivered.
Okay.
You have an even gianter pile of money.
Excellent.
In your room, there is a meeting of the spooks.
Oh?
Yep. They're planning mischief around the dungeon.
Okay, I better be involved in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's Spooky Cat. There's a larger Fear Bringer, and then 2 small ones.
Oh, they're multiplying.
Yeah, there's 3 moth people now, and Spooky Cat.
Moth people are very successful. I can understand why you'd want more.
Yeah. So the current agenda is to spook Grimold before he spooks us.
That's fair.
He got us the last few times because we kept spooking his shadow. We're not sure how he does it. And then he pounces on us, and then pretends to eat us, and then we're super spooked! We gotta stop this menace. We're the spookers here.
Like, you just gotta spook the whole room at once, and then I just unleash my level 9 Dread Aura.
All your spookers are like, scream! As they join in the spooking.
Okay. We're gonna go terrorize the dungeon then.
Yeah, you guys run around spooking everything and it's making spooking great again.
It was always great.
That's even better. You can't spook Gulper though, because if you spook him, he sneezes, and then he shoots napalm slime everywhere.
Yeah, I don't want that. Not my favorite.
Yeah.
What's Susie up to now?
Susie's back into her garden.
I can't go there. Well, maybe I can go there.
Yeah, you can go there whenever you want.
I'll come check out the garden. Is the death skull still in the garden?
Yep.
I'm gonna go check on the death skull.
You're just gonna go over to your garden.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see how Death's skull is making out in Susie's garden.
Death's skull?
Yeah, the skull I stole from Death. But
he's cracking jokes.
Oh, is he?
He's like, he's doing really bad like skeleton puns.
Okay.
And a bunch of the sprites are just like, that was bad. But that was funny. But it was that was cheesy. He was like, yeah, isn't it just?
Well,
You want to hear another one? No. Let me tell you.
Glad to see you're getting along well.
I am. I am trying to see if I can send any of these sprites to the afterlife through puns.
Sorry, I'm yawning. Yeah. To the afterlife with puns.
Mm-hmm.
It's an
Death by
interesting
pun.
method.
Yeah, I'm working on it. They're getting really bad.
Do you think spooking with puns is possible?
Oh, absolutely. You give them a pun, and then you end in a spook! And that's your punchline.
I see.
Then you could also punch them on your punchline and spook them. Might work.
Worked on you.
It did. Yes, it did. Well, how's your day, Ben Indrid?
It's been good. I spooked a lot of people, and I got a lot of money.
Congratulations.
In a day's work.
I'm guessing you took a nap in there somewhere as well and did what the fear bringers do best. Whatever they want.
It's true.
Well. Is there anything I can help with? I am only a skull, after all.
No, I thought I'd just see how you're making out in here.
Oh, it's very, very nice in here.
Yeah?
It's like a very pleasant vacation. Especially after that larger spider came by and rearranged some of the energies. The harmonies were magnified. It's very good.
I've checked on Death Skull and check on what Susie's up to.
Susie is currently reading in her library.
I won't bother Susie then.
Did you want to go hang your painting up in your room?
I did get that spooky death painting, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go put that up. See what my minions think.
Great spook and a spooky painting! Only the spookiest could have a spooky painting like that.
It is a great treasure.
You were the one who conquered it, so it does not provide you any additional benefit other than it'll exude spookiness ambiently in your room, but it'll nurture all the little spooks.
Oh, good. That's excellent, because I do not want to.
They just have to look upon it and be like, so spooky! Why am I not that spooky? And then they'll go around, running around and try and spook stuff.
Excellent.
Occasionally the shadows will chase the little spooks.
I have a question for Ashenfer.
Mm-hmm.
The thing you do with the your comprehension ability, what's that called again?
Which one? I have a couple.
The one you use for reading. What do you use that for when you're trying to understand a book?
Oh. Double checking my character sheet here.
Is it a quality?
It's a talent.
Oh, a talent. Oh, okay.
Supernatural comprehension.
I am going to use that within the friend network. And
it allows you to basically apply your intelligence bonus again for every point of unnatural intelligence you have to trying to comprehend something.
Cool. I'll be reading the alchemy book with the elixirs, and yeah. Then I'm going to read.
He's got 4 recipes.
Ooh, 4 recipes. Very nice.
Yeah, among 12 pages. He's got 2 physical boosts and 2 mental boosts. So there's the fellowship boost and the intelligence boost elixir, and then he's got a strength and agility boost.
Ooh, very nice.
They all require refined Ethereum to make.
Ooh, yep. Cool.
Which is actually one of the hardest parts. So, an elixir vial, a proper one, a refined Ethereum, and then a bunch of rare ingredients, all of which he stocked in your shelves. Each vial or each elixir requires 10 doses of refined Ethereum, which is very pricey.
Okay.
And then each takes about 10 days to brew.
I have an elixir already of the minds, so I couldn't also pick another elixir of the mind if I wanted to drink it. So we'll have to go with the agility one.
Okay. He does have a piece of machinery he put in your lab that's specifically for distilling the ingredients into the refined Ethereum without breaking.
Cool. Yeah. Breaking them down.
Proper portion. Yeah, without breaking the Ethereum down. It kind of binds them together in very specific proportions.
Okay.
Yep. And that's why it takes so damn long. It basically, you have a drip feed, and it takes about 10 days to fill the entire.
So this elixir, I am not trying to make a divine elixir with it. It's just one of the other. Wait. Let me reread that.
There's the treasure tier elixirs, the ones that aren't blessed by the gods. They're still elixirs, but they're just not divinely blessed.
Well, I have to successfully craft 5 divine grade potions.
Very difficult.
Yeah, compared to the elixir.
You crafted it so good, a god went, I'm sponsoring that.
Right. And if I remember correctly, for potions, it's all about the amount of degrees of success, correct?
It can be, yes. But when you reach the divine, it's how cool the potion is.
Yeah, and what elements or things you would add to it, of divine grade and whatnot. Yeah. What else was I gonna say? And then I have to make an elixir, which would be one of these. So Susie's gonna prep for the agility one and start cooking. But not yet. Susie is actually going to prepare for an evolution, which we can talk about after session sometime. Speaking of evolutions, we still need to talk about the Lotus one and what that would give. I have it all written up of what it does, but I haven't sent it to you yet. I mean the what we put into the cultivating, the catalyzing for the little moon sprite. But I was actually going to do 2 evolutions, one for myself and the other one for the moon phoenix. using the treasure gate moon aether stone that we found at the moon well.
For the sprite?
Not for the sprite. Not using the treasure grade for the sprite.
Okay.
Using it for the moon phoenix.
Oh yeah, the Moony Moon.
Yeah.
Moon.
I'll talk to the teacher about doing catalyzing on moon phoenixes in general, and how they don't have normal evolutions like other Moxstray. They have their own special one. I guess they do.
Yeah.
And
of course.
I have a treasure grade aether stone. Do I need to do a treasure grade evolution on the Phoenix, or is it just...
No. You're an apostle of Adendil, yes?
Yes.
Take them to your heavenly office and surround them with moonstones.
Yes.
And they'll be on the moon, and they'll be gaining so much direct, pure moon power. They'll hatch on their own rather quickly, too.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes. The thing is, with a phoenix, when they die, they undergo an evolution when they form back into the egg. And unlike other monstray, they have complete control over that evolution. But it's so rare and infrequent that they get to do so.
Yes, she is going to be my third minion, and I can't wait to have her.
A phoenix? A minion? They're a very prideful species.
Well, I'm the apostle of Idirondale, and she's of Idirondale's.
Oh, yeah. So. Well, that would be yes. Yeah. Well, you make a good point.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta get evolutions done first because I want to use this evolution to help with this elixir that I'm going to make. And yeah, Susie's going to prepare for that. That's a pretty big undertaking for her. Very big milestone. Who's next?
No, who's next?
Well, Issa's rested. Roulette, would you like to do the underworld stuff now or later?
Good now.
Do it now? Okay. Issa's heading for the underworld.
Where's your entrance?
Hmm?
Where's your entrance?
Temple of the Lost Soldier.
Perfect.
Because he knows how to get in. He knows the phone for getting down to the underworld now. He knows how to build the entrance, so he's good.
Okay. Make your way down, and your lantern will show you the correct path. Because the way down has branching stair paths that are kind of this optical illusion. You could definitely take the wrong way down.
Okay. Once I'm down there, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the woman near the beach. Or the beach. Yeah, that's the correct word. And I'm going to give her marigolds.
Okay.
And before I leave, I'm going to grab the sand from the beach and put that into the jar or the heavy sand that I got from Lord Gull.
Which jar are you putting this heavy sand into?
So, E2 recently received a jar of heavy sand from Lord Gull that produced infinite heavy sand that we're going to use as a part of our defenses here.
Yes.
He was told, since I was going to go to the land of the dead, grab some of the sand from the banks and put it into the heavy sand.
Okay. You put it in there. Now it's underworld heavy sand.
Yep. Because now it has physical and metaphysical weight upon them. Have that. So once after that, I will pay for my services to the boatman to get across.
Yeah. Give him the coin. Do you have enough underworld coins?
I do. The last coin I needed was here. And I've been holding on to that for
long time.
Yep.
He kind of takes the coin, runs it across the knuckles, and then when it goes under the pinky, it's gone. All aboard. That's you. All aboard.
Yep. And climb aboard the ship.
And you'll row you to the other shore. You can definitely feel this is not the place for the living.
No.
You'll see a very long temple in the distance, and a very long, arduous line of souls waiting, kind of shuffling forward, waiting for their turn. But you'll be escorted across the side.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be met at the temple doors. A skeleton in a robe looks up. You're the Soul Warden.
I am. Yes.
We've been waiting for you. I suppose you could come on in.
I'll follow him in. I took a while to get here.
Well, there's no rush. Unlike many things that are alive, death is patient.
True.
Prepare to perform your rites. And they'll get you proper robes and the raiments.
Yep.
You bring your offerings.
I do. And I'm going to take out the golden fruits and place it on the offering. Or sorry, the desert fruit from the oasis.
Nice. The weapon.
I'll place down Zenodachi. That's his weapon.
Your scripture.
And so you'll place down the scripture. No, that's not true. Technically, each of these scriptures etched into his body.
Set yourself down.
No, you just have to basically place a blank stone tablet if it's written on yourself.
Yeah.
And you feel a presence kind of flow into the objects, and the fruit's gone. Your objects are blessed. and notarized by Zeke. In triplicate.
And notarized.
Very good, Soul Warden. If you wish to become his apostle, you must finish your labor. Once you have finished your labor, you will be blessed with a greater station. We have not had an apostle worthy of Zeke in a while. We wish for your success here at Middle Management.
Blessings appreciated.
Of
now
course.
I've just come to retrieve the cornerstone for the temple I wish to build.
It'll be waiting for you out front. Zeke himself chose it for you.
I'll give him a bow.
You will have to carry it back, though. That is his price. Balance in all things.
True. Now I'm gonna go back out front to find cornerstone.
Yep. It is on one of those Egyptian style chests where they put the sticks through to pick up on both sides. I forget what those are called.
I mean, it's not even really Egyptian. It's just, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, basically what the Ark. Oh, it's like what the Ark of the Covenant was made. Looks like.
Yeah.
And it's just a big stone. In it is written in the most engineered fashion of God's tongue, like all capitals. Can't mistake any word for anything other than what it says. The most legible, readable, understandable God's tongue you've seen. And in the middle is an etched and stylized balance.
Right. I will pick up the stone and begin the slow walk back.
It is fucking heavy, and not just physically. It's spiritually, mentally heavy. But you're ready.
Yeah.
You haul it back. Stairs will be a bitch, though. Oh, man. And you can't look back or stop on the trek up.
Nope, we're just going to continue forward. Don't look back, don't look left, don't look right, forward. We're marching from there to the Temple of the Lost Soldier, crossing the desert by foot again to the Lost Menagerie.
You get there, and your legs are doing the Charleston, just like a little shaky, like, fuck, this thing is heavy. I swear it got heavier at the last, 100 yards.
Oh, walk in. I'll set the cornerstone down in my room, not before, not after.
Bring your stone.
Just stumble into a skeleton.
You are now permitted to build a temple.
And just my skull's gonna hop along. And be like, fire not hot.
Say that again?
My little skull's just gonna hop along. It's gonna be like, fire not hot.
Yes, fire not hot. I'm here.
You tell the kobolds we shall start building.
With what, boss?
Stone, and I brought the cornerstone.
You want granite? You want sandstone? Like limestone? We got a lot of stone, boss.
Oh.
What are we building it out
of? Granite. It's white.
White granite?
Yeah.
We'll have to go trade for it.
White for bones. White for bones.
No. There's actual white granite in the mountain range.
Oh.
And we just have to trade our firestone for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We got a lot of it.
That Firestone quarry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember
We can
that.
trade stone for stone. It'll take a bit though. But
take your time. I'm kind of just boned. I'm just ahead right now. It's gonna take time anyways.
Okay.
There's a little bony in here, huh?
Not you too. Can't believe you've done this.
Did you not see this coming?
No.
Maybe you should get on my level.
I can kick you at this level.
I'm just gonna start hopping away.
Very funny.
That's done.
It's done.
You've completed it.
Yes.
Long time coming. If your stats weren't the way they were, there would be rolls. Also, a lot of the burden is mitigated by your Soul Warden class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a solid investment. Glad I did it. After that, I think it's gonna take some time to rest before talking to the headsman.
Okay, Headsman's there. And you walk in, you hear, "Buy my things!"
Let's turn and look. Ing, are you here again?
Maybe.
Did we not scare you off at any point with the whole debacle that happened?
Well, yeah. But then this came about, and I wanted to buy things.
What are you trying to buy here?
Swords. But they're telling me no.
I'm sad.
It's okay.
So I have found a business opportunity to buy my things. Buy my things. Do it. Do it now.
Eatsley. Susie's gonna talk through you.
That's spooky.
Right. I'm gonna not move my mouth at this point. See if it still happens.
Ming! I would like to buy my eye back, please.
Which one?
The heavenly eye. I will give you one medium grade pure cosmic crystal for it.
Done.
Pulls out your eye in a jar. Click.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, that was very rude.
Just gonna put it right in through. Thank you, Eatsley. I needed it back, and I'm glad you found him.
Right, but you didn't even wait for me. All right, okay, I see how it is.
Mr. Headsman, buy my things.
No. I don't have any money. Talk to Ashenfur.
You, Fluffy.
What?
Buy my things.
What things do you have that I would be interested in?
I'm a merchant. I have got all the things.
I have no idea what I want.
I know what I want.
You guys can make a list in between sessions, and we can go over those. But the players who've interacted with Ing before, they know about Ing. Ogre. He's one of the most well-connected monster merchants who has one of the largest inventories. And all he does is wander around and buys and sells across the land. He's got a lot of stuff.
Would you say he's a wandering merchant?
Not quite. He hasn't reached that tier yet.
Well, he's a wanderer. Get it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
But I took that seriously. Like, he's not quite reached wandering monster merchant status.
Okay.
He gets real close. Buy my things!
I'll buy some of your things. And there are things that from you I wish to buy. And there's something I wish to sell you. There's only one caveat. You're going to have to use it within a year. I call it an opportunity not given often.
We will see.
All right, anything pressing you guys want to do?
Just see if I can learn any of the Wandering Headhunter's techniques.
I only teach those who are righteous and good.
Mm.
You need to remove some of the hatred in your heart before I can teach you.
I see.
You're also disregard for all life, not just monstri, but your disregard for life of humans, even though those who would come to your home and try and kill those you love. That type of hate festers. And you will not be able to use my techniques if you have hatred in your heart. Mercy and forgiveness is required to learn.
I see.
Yes.
Well, I would say I was the first one to grant mercy to people who invaded my home, so... But maybe that's just hubris.
Perhaps. We will see. But I think you're well on your way to learning that forgiveness and that new perspective. You are young. You will have plenty of time to mature, especially as a follower of Ziki. Fairness is its own type of justice. It may not be mercy. It may not be forgiveness, but it's blind, that justice. And I respect that. But as a judge, if the option is presented itself, perhaps you should choose forgiveness or mercy, even if there is a lesson that they must learn. For they cannot become better people if they're not alive to do it. Besides, my techniques are not particularly safe.
I see.
They are costly to the wearer. I was only able to take 12 heads before the price became too much.
Fascinating.
Not all wandering techniques are good. Some of them cost you to use them. And then you realize, you know exactly what that feels like when Anna Fenza taught you some really stupid shit.
I was like,
Headspin, his techniques all have huge costs. Kind of like Anna Fenza style.
My god, yes. Reminds me of Anna Fenza.
Yeah. The head taking techniques are kind of modeled after that. They are inescapable, unavoidable, and final. But to ensure that, a price must be paid.
Let's see.
Yours is a more free style. Wandering, doing, experiencing. sharing. Mine is a singular sole purpose, an arrow in flight. Not all techniques are worth learning. That's what I figured in my long life.
It's understandable. I thank you for the knowledge that you imparted here.
Of course.
Maybe
If you wish to try and build a wandering technique, something that is final, something costly to yourself, but allows you to use power beyond what you're able to manifest in your current form, I'll help you build it.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. Your home is very beautiful. Protect it.
I will.
Good.
But yeah, Ethan will give him a bow as well. Oh, looks like I still gotta go find the dwarves then. Last I heard, that's where the Wandering Brewmaster was. I need a brewing set.
Buy my things! He pulls out a ton of brewing sets.
Alright. Ing. What I'm going to offer you is something truly unique. I will write you a writ for a one time you be able to go to the land of the dead to sell.
They would need my things. What do you want in return?
I will have a list for you, Black.
Okay. Appreciate it.
And then we start haggling over like dance what it would be.
Yeah, no, he loves to haggle. That's like it's one of his favorite things.
Ugh. So I think after that, Ashenburg, we're gonna go to the human capital.
Nice.
Okay.
You and me. Anyone else want to join us?
Well,
I will join you from
Einzelus.
afar.
Einzelus is carrying me in.
We'll be doing that next session, going into the capital.
But remember, I also have to carry you in as well.
You have to escort me in.
Can I go in?
Well,
Eh?
it's not like a lot of people you can stop you at this moment, but there are a lot of ventures, a lot of military force.
Okay.
Don't worry. I
Well.
have a disguise.
Do you have a meat suit?
I have a meat suit and I have glasses.
I'll stay behind.
No, Allie, you can go. Just buy a disguise kit from Ing.
Yep.
I'll do that.
Buy
And,
my things.
Ing, I
put the
need a
glasses.
disguise kit.
How good?
The best gold you can buy.
enough
Gold.
to get into the capital without getting attacked.
That one.
Best around.
And he just puts out a big old briefcase.
Disguise kit. Best quality.
Just the mustache and glasses, isn't it?
Don't forget the hat and the trench coat.
And the two other kobolds.
Yes.
I don't know. Mothman's pretty big. I don't know if kobolds will fit in there. They just pop out anyway.
Yeah. So he's like, "All right, I'm gonna just pull the funds from your vault."
Absolutely.
Yeah. Put your blood on this part here.
My blood?
Yes, it's got to be linked to you.
Oh, I will put my blood on it.
And it flows into the little name tag in the middle that says "Definitely not Indrid."
Cute.
And he hands you the briefcase. There you go. Definitely not Indrid.
Thanks. I want to head on.
It is a pair of glasses with the big nose, the big mustache, a fedora hat, like a detective's hat, and a big, beige trench coat that goes all the way down to your feet. And you're definitely not Indrid.
Perfect. I love it.
You have a little name tag that you can write the fake name on.
We'll have to think of a fake name.
The default is Steve.
Steve works.
It's a very human name. Steve.
Steve.
Or Steve-O. Stevie.
It's Steve-O, but the O silent.
What else? Buy my things.
I think I'm in need of more things.
You don't want to buy any Evo materials?
Sure. I'll see what he has for evolution
That'll
materials.
be kind of a write it down, kind of like ideas.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Everyone can get Disguise kits if they want.
Beautiful.
Definitely not Susie.
Definitely not Susie. I mean, I do have a mesmerizing aspect from the moon, so.
You could also just walk in as an apostle of Idirondale, has a moon spider, and no one's going to stop you. They'll be too terrified, because the moon might go, "Husband, smite that guy." And the sun will go, "Okay." Sunbeam. And if the moon's out, Idirondale's like, "I'm about to make your life hell." A moonbeam will pop out. "Congratulations! You've won the stupid prize. Everyone give him a round of applause." Huh? What's happening? Oh my god, I'm being beamed up into the sky!
Bye-bye.
Yeah, no, it's, as you well know, hard to become an apostle, and the gods are very protective of their apostles. And the human capital, they worship Apollo as the primary. And Idea tells his wife, so if you walk in like, "I'm here to go to the temple," and if they tell you no, Apollo takes offense too.
Speaking of the temple, when's the next solstice for the summer?
2 months.
2 months. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, 2 months.
Well, guys, that was a pretty good session.
Yeah.
Pretty good, guys. Thank you for playing.
Thanks for having us, Matt.
I want to have some additional maps prepared for the capital because I got some cool stuff that I want to assemble.
For sure. Take your time. I just got maintenance. That's all I got to do. New Evos.
Peppers and then pineapple on the bottom.
No, Maury.
Yes, Maury. Char, you are not allowed to deny me Maury's homemade pizza.
Yeah, I am.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I will stab your ass.
Nope. No homemade pizza for you.
Too
Oh,
What kind
bad.
of pizza is it? Yeah, give us the deets.
I got homemade bacon pepper pizza and bacon pineapple pizza.
See, the problem is the pineapple.
Yep. No, that is a pizza tragedy.
Your girlfriend is amazing.
But you know,
But
because of Snu, Maury was
everybody
a
in this
heretic.
house enjoys it, so all you can bite me.
Don't worry, Ogre. I like some pineapple pizza. Allie's rubbed off on me with that, so
Thank God.
Nah, it's too sweet.
Mm-mm. See, I don't like it because I used to work at a pizza place. I hate cooking pineapple.
oh yeah, just cut
that
it
would
up.
do it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I can accept your hatred of pineapple, but it bears no meaning to my desire to eat it.
It reminds
I
me
know.
of the tropics. I feel like I'm on vacation when I have a pineapple pizza.
You know what's even better?
Mm.
In Hawaii, there is the Dole factory. And you go there. They have a big old hedge maze and whatnot, but they have this pineapple ice cream soft serve that they have just only there, and it is so good. It is perfect balance.
Guys make pineapple ice cream.
Sure, at one point.
Dole,
Kind of.
DOLE. It's the fruit.
The banana
Oh
company?
yeah. I know what you mean.
The banana company. Yeah, those guys, Dole. They have a one in Hawaii for their pineapples, and it is crazy good. The ice cream they have at their tourist destination, where you can go take a tour of their one of the factories they have there.